Welcome to the School of Rockstar. This is another episode of Think Like a Rockstar. Today we are going to think like Simon Sinek.
You help the human race. How can you help the human race, the human species, progress? I'm not joking either. This is something I think we all have to be aware of. At the end of the day, the human animal is a social animal. And our very survival depends on our ability to form communities, to form cultures. What's a community? What's a culture? It's a group of people with a common set of values and beliefs, right? What's a country? It's a group of people with a common set of values and beliefs. What's a company? It should be a group of people with a common set of values and beliefs. When we're surrounded by people who believe what we believe, something remarkable happens. Trust emerges. And make no mistake of it, trust is a feeling, a distinctly human feeling. You know, we all have friends who are total screw-ups, and yet we still trust them. Right? Trust is not a checklist. Simply doing everything you say you're going to do does not mean people will inherently trust you. It just means you're reliable. We need trust, right? We need trust. When we're surrounded by people who believe what we believe and trust starts to emerge, when we trust them and they trust us, we're more willing to take risks. We're more willing to experiment, which requires failure. We're more willing to explore and go somewhere that no one has ever gone before, with the confidence that if we fail, if we trip over, if we turn our backs, that those within our community, those who we trust and who trust us, will look after us while we're gone, will pick us up when we fall over, will help us when we're hurt. Our very survival depends on it. We're not good at everything. We're not good by ourselves. You know, if I send you out to go fight a saber-toothed tiger by yourself, odds are tiger 1, you 0. It's not going to go very well. But if you go out as a group, we're pretty damn amazing. And the reason is because we all have our certain strengths and we all have our certain weaknesses. And the goal is not to fix your weaknesses. The goal is to amplify your strengths and surround yourself with the people who can do what you can't do. But it's not just based on skills and application and experience. It's based on what you believe. It's based on what you believe. You see, simply being good at something and having somebody else being good at what you're no good at does not mean you will trust each other. Trust, the sense of trust comes from the sense of common values and common beliefs. I can prove it. How many of you are from New York? Okay, a bunch of you. Are you friends with everybody in New York? Why not? Why not? But when you go to Los Angeles and you meet someone from New York, you're like, hey, I'm from New York, and you're best friends. Right? And when you go to France, there you are in the Paris metro, minding your own business, and you hear an American accent behind you, and you turn around, and you say, hey, where are you from? They say, Los Angeles. You're like, hey, I'm from New York, and you're best friends. Because when you're surrounded by people who don't believe what you believe, when you're in a strange environment where you don't feel comfortable, you look for anyone who may share some of the same values and beliefs that you have, and you start to form a very real and very intense bond with them, simply because you know that they have a basic understanding of how you grew up, of the things that you care about, of the life that you live back home. Well, the same is true when we go to work. Do we want to go to work with people who understand us, who believe what we believe, who have a similar view of the world that has nothing to do with their opinions and the differences that we share? That's good. That's called diversity. That's called advantages to problem solving, which is we can all look at the same thing from a different angle and come up with solutions. What I'm talking about is why should you help each other in the first place? What are you in pursuit of? Now, the question is what creates that sense of values and beliefs? What creates that sense of trust? Right? Our very human instinct. We know how to find people who believe what we believe. Our survival depends on it. We're biologically gifted with this idea. If I ask you to go out in the street and find all the people who believe what you believe, you know exactly what to do. You're going to strike up conversations. You're going to start talking to people. And either you'll have a good feeling about them or you won't. Either you'll have chemistry, whatever that means, or you don't. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's slow. But we know how to do it. It's called making friends, it's called dating, it's called networking. We have the innate ability.
He teaches, he gives speeches in great companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google, whatnot. His books are Start With Why and Why Leaders Speak, Eat Last. So you need to, if you are an entrepreneur, you should and must read his book, Start With Why. So the lesson I learned from him is that you need to surround yourself with great people. You need to surround yourself with greatness. Why? Why it is so important in your life or in your entrepreneur life? It's not only important in your like entrepreneur life. It is also important in your personal life, because if you surround with the like-minded people, or the people who believe in you, or who believe in the ideas that you have, then there is like a 95% of chance that you will win in whatever you do. So you need to surround yourself with greatness. So that's so important. You need to choose the like-minded partner, otherwise your life will be terrible. If there is like a both are entrepreneurs, or if you both having any idea, when you say something, when she or he doesn't agree with that similar thought, then it disturbs your mind, it disturbs your life, it disturbs your day, week, and your whole life. It ruins your relationship. So you need to surround yourself with the great people, even if it is like a family, or even if it is like the partner you choose for your life. And what you do when you where you work, you find the right-minded people. For example, in companies, what they do, the like-minded people are in one group, like all they form a company. And what does the country mean? Because the like-minded people or the group of people. So you need to surround yourself with greatness, because it builds you trust. When you go somewhere, you won't talk with all. If you go to any conference room or the meeting room, you don't talk with everyone else, because when you find someone who are who are from your same place, or who are doing the similar kind of business that you do, you will go and first meet them or shake hand with them. That's what you do. So because if you surround yourself with great people, then your life will be full of joy. Even if you suffer with problems or hurdles in your life, or in your company, or in your business, then because as you are having a like-minded people, then they will lift you up. They won't get you down. They will lift you up. They will understand you, because because that like-mindedness builds the trust, the greatness. And it is when you start a company, or when you want to form a team for your small startup company, what you do, you look for like-minded people. Otherwise your business will be like being apart. So when you are choosing a person for your team, what you do, you just not look for technical stuff, right? You look what their hobbies, what their interest, and whom they know, or what they do in their leisure time. You will know all these things. And because that's very important when building a team or when building a company. So you need to surround yourself with greatness. So that's very critical, and that's very important. Surround yourself with great people. Even this family, I find if you don't have anyone in your community, you can find like-minded people in the community or meetup groups. You can go and meet them in like a cafeteria, or you can sign up for any meetup group and you can go and meet them. Or you can go and if you are a reader, you can go to the bookstores or nearby library and you can find like-minded people who likes reading. And also, that's very important. So if you don't find the like-minded people of your age or at your community, then you can find them online. Watch the great people, watch their interviews, watch their videos. I personally, like, I'm from India, but I don't have like-minded people in my surroundings, like some people, most of the people don't have that entrepreneur mindset in my community that where I live. So what I do, I'm finding the like-minded people on Instagram, YouTube. So I'm making videos, I'm using content, I'm consuming the content. I find BelieveNation, Evan Carmichael. I found like-minded people through his community, and also Lewis House, Jay Shetty, Tim Ferriss. There are many great people who can help you with their content, because they are giving you the best content. Surround yourself and with the great people. If you don't have one, look for a mentor, because that really helps you in your personal life, and also it really helps you in your business life. So all the best. Think before you do. So just, if you don't have one, go and find the like-minded partner, the like-minded people, the like-minded friends. Like when you go to school, when you join a new school, we don't do friendship with all the people, right? All the kids in the class. We observe the classroom or the kids for few days and we'll find one or two close friends, right? That's what you need to do in your life and for your business. That really helps you. And also, most importantly, when you are choosing your friends, they need to be like-minded people, that even if they don't understand what your business is, but if they understand what you're doing and what your intentions is, that's really helpful. If they understand what you're doing if they are also involved in your business, that's really good. So go and find like-minded people. Surround yourself with the greatness, because that really helps you. Even if you don't do anything also, if you surround with great people, your thoughts will change, your perspective will change, your thought process, how you think, how you behave, those all will change. So surround yourself with greatness. Even if you don't have a great idea, if sometimes we feel that our idea is not great, that's so great, but don't worry. If you have the coach, or if you have a people who listens to your ideas, or who are in your business, in the same business, go and meet them, find them, ask them questions. And one more thing, if you have a business coach or a mentor, don't waste their time with the questions. When you ask the first question, if they gave you any work, first do that work and go and ask for second question. Otherwise, don't go to them without doing anything, because for mentors, their time is valuable. It's precious. So surround yourself with greatness, surround yourself with like-minded people. Don't be a victim. Be a rock star of your life. Thank you.
You will move in the direction of the people that you associate with. So it's important to associate with people that are better than yourself, and actually the most important decision many of you make, not all of you, will be the spouse you choose. Right. And you want to associate with people who are the kind of person you'd like to be. You'll move in that direction, and the most important person by far in that respect is your spouse. I can't overemphasize how important that is, and you're right. The friends you have, they will form you as you go through life, and make some good friends, keep them for the rest of your life, but have them be people that you admire as well as like.